Welcome to the children's story, everyone. Um, will we be able to see the children that are watching? Wonderful.
Hello, we have Ted here. Say hi, Ted.
Hi.
Hi, Ted. Who else do we have?
Hello. Hello.
Hey, Layla.
Layla. My name is Layla.
Oh, okay. I see Layla over there.
Layla. Hi, Layla. Ted and Layla?
And Chloe just said hello.
Me? Yes. And Chloe. And I know Marcy's on, my friend Marcy. She should be on now too, and she'll probably answer a few things. Well, I'm zooming in from Connecticut, where I grew up, and Pastor Eric and Mrs. During lived for quite some time. Didn't you live here?
Yes, we did.
Long
Yes.
time. And it's just very nice that we can see each other and we can talk, even if we're thousands of miles apart. It's just wonderful. We do have Zoom. But if you can't see or hear me well at all, please speak up, okay? And today I'd like to read you a story, and it's called A Hug and Kiss, and it's about a birthday. But first, I thought that we might have a little fun about birds and flowers. And if you'd like to unmute and answer a few questions, I think that that would be great. And God is so good. He gives us beautiful flowers to look at and animals and just such a beautiful world. And I feel doubly blessed this year because I saw spring in Florida, and now I'm up here in Connecticut. I'm seeing springtime again with all of the flowers. Now, I know that there's a number of birds that hibernate back and forth, and we have them in the north and the south, like hummingbirds and bluebirds. You know about those, and hawks. And let me just go to a couple of pictures that I have here. Okay, can you see that picture?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I wondered if someone might know what birds' eggs those are. You do have those birds in Florida, and we do have the same birds up here. They don't mind the cold. They follow their food supply. I've tried to take a picture of them out in the yard. If I look to my left off the slider, I can actually see them getting worms, but I can't get close enough to get a picture. But try to guess what they are. Can anyone guess? And then I'll show you a picture in my field guide. Does anyone know?
Bluebird. Or a blue jay.
That's a good guess because the eggs are blue. The smaller egg on the right is a very old egg that my mom has had for years. The one on the left that's bigger, my son put out in the yard just last week and gave it to me.
Blue.
Another guess, and then I'll show you.
I have two other guesses.
Okay, go ahead.
A quail or maybe a pigeon.
No, good guesses though, because of the size of the eggs. One more?
Hummingbird.
No, those are very small. It is the robin. And I'll show you a picture of the robin. Let me come out of this. Okay, see the picture of the robin. Right,
Robin egg.
right here. You see robins down in Florida? They're there. I've seen them. Not everyone sees them, but I have seen them out on the farm. Okay, now another bird that we have up here, and I know it's referenced a number of times in the Bible, is a sparrow. They're house English sparrows, and up here people call them the Home Depot birds. They are quite the pests, unfortunately, and even in the Bible when they talk about them, they were eaten and they did ruin crops. But up here, they are persistent. They take over all of the houses so you don't get other birds. They're very aggressive. They pull the eggs out of the nests. They kill other birds. And I'm sure Uncle Dave can tell you a lot about them. just this morning when I was taking a walk, I saw another blue egg, but it was broken in half, so I didn't pick it up. But I also read that thistle and sunflower seeds, black oil seeds, the things that all the native birds seem to like, the sparrows don't care a lot about. But don't throw your bread outside, because they do like that, and they do eat garbage. They live in cities, and they're very strong little birds, but they have become quite a burden up here. As a matter of fact, Home Depot sets falcons in the store to get them out of there. That's how frustrating it is with them. Now, I want to show you a couple of other pictures here. Does anyone know what this beautiful bush is? I saw them in Florida. They're in my yard before I left, but they've gone by. Now they're blooming up here. Can anyone guess what that is?
Azaleas?
Azaleas?
Yes, azaleas. They're just very beautiful. Okay, let me go to another one here. This tree, they grow into trees or bushes if you cut them. They look like crepe myrtle down in Florida, but they're not. Does anyone know what these are? They come in dark purple, light purple, and white. What is it?
Rhododendrons.
Close, because they're very beautiful in the same color. Anyone else make a guess? Any of the adults? Okay, I guess I'll tell you.
They're lilacs.
That's right. Somebody lived up here. Okay, now if I could get to my next picture without having to start over.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes,
Okay, I was saying lilacs, but
I do.
okay, I guess my microphone was off.
Okay, I hear you. Unfortunately, I have to go back and forth here to get each picture. I can't just show them one at a time, but I want to show you just a couple more, and then I have a short story for you. Okay, this one, people are going to guess. They just look different down in Florida, and you'll see all the small, I'm making it large. You'll see all the small ones that have already gone by, and they'll dry up, and
Dandelion.
dandelions. And if you dig the greens before they blossom, the greens are very delicious and full of calcium.
Dandelion.
They're very good for you. Okay. Hey, can you see this picture? These flowers,
Daffodils.
that's right. And do you see the little white ones that have orange in the middle? They're a little bit smaller. If you look to the right, you'll see them. Anyone know what those are? They grow right with the daffodils.
There's a kid inside of the flowers.
I didn't hear that. Say again.
There's a kid inside of the flowers.
There is. Do you know who that kid is? That's the reason I came up here. That's my son when he was sold, sitting in the daffodils. And the white ones are called narcissus. There's a beautiful narcissus farm, just acres and acres close by where we live. And everyone is invited to go there, but not to pick the flowers. Last but not least, here, we get to the last one. Okay, what are these?
Tulips.
Tulips. Tulips. I have a cousin lives over by Holland and just adores going to see all the tulips. And I had read that originally they started in Persia. Okay, well, I enjoyed that very much. There was one other thing when I was walking this morning. I saw these little, I saw a big one blowing in the wind. See the smaller ones? What do those leaves remind you of? What tree down in Florida?
They remind me of a maple tree or a poison ivy.
Poison with the 3, 1, 2, 3. That's right. They are a maple. And they look like the sweet gum tree to me that grows down in Florida. And as I was walking, then I saw a bigger one. They get a little wilted. I picked them early this morning. And take a look at this one. Is that a big maple leaf? It's as big as my head.
And
Okay.
they turn very, very red in the fall.
It's
Yeah.
as big as my foot.
They do, and they're wonderful to rake up in a pile and jump in if you live up north. Okay, I'd like to read you a story now. I know we don't have a lot of time, but it's a short story, and as I told you, the main reason I came up to Connecticut right now is to celebrate my grown son's birthday. And the story I want to read you is called A Kiss and a Hug, and it was written by a lady at the Dunlap, Tennessee church for the children's class. Her name is Peggy Dents. And I know the story, I could tell you, but I want to read it because she wrote it, and I want to read it just as she wrote it. It starts out, today was Mommy's birthday. Mommy saw Laura and Sarah working. Don't look, Mommy, called Laura as she hovered over the sewing machine. Sarah is helping me make something for you. Laura and her big sister whispered together. They were so excited. Mommy smiled. She knew that Laura loved to make birthday presents. Usually the presents were out of paper or cardboard. Last time Laura had made Mommy a little booklet out of several cards and stapled them all together on one side. What could she be making this time? Mommy didn't have long to wonder, for soon Laura came bouncing over with a special present and singing, "Happy birthday to you. Here's your present, Mommy." Oh, how lovely. She sat down on the kitchen bench to look at it. I never saw one like this before. Laura, Sarah, and Mommy looked at the scrap of cloth with an X sewn on it. It's a kiss, said Laura. I made one. Whenever I'm not here and you need a kiss, you just press this against your cheek, just like this. And then she had a long piece of cloth. You wrap this around your neck. It's a hug. And she demonstrated how to give a hug. Oh, I can't think of a nicer present, exclaimed Mommy. Thank you so much. Now here's a real hug and a kiss, because I'm here. And she said, she got off the bench and she said, I think I'm going to make one of these for Grandpappy and Grandma. And her mommy said, good, we'll write a letter and send it along to them. I'm sure they will like it. About a week later, a letter came back and it said, your letter came today and it made our day. And we tried out the hug and kiss and it works. Now, what I did is I pinned my kiss right onto the hug with 2 pins. That's what I'm doing now. You can do that. You can make one of these for someone. Maybe you'll mail it to your cousin or your grandparents or your uncle, someone who could use a hug. We've missed a lot of those over this past year. And I'm going to put mine on, and then I'll show you the picture. Just take me a minute. I'll show you the picture that, no, I can't see it. There it is. There's my hug and my kiss. This is a picture of Laura and Sarah and her mommy. See her hug and her kiss on her neck? Can everyone see that?
Yes, looks good.
Good. Good. Well, maybe
Yes.
you can make those. It's very easy to make. All right. Now I want to close with prayer. And this poem prayer was written by a boy named Barnabas Sprinkle. He was 10 years old when he wrote it, and this was at my mom's house for many years, so I'm sure he's probably a grown man now too. Now let's bow our heads and we'll pray. Thank you, God, for what you give, the food and shelter we need to live. And thanks for teaching us this habit of giving to others who do not have it. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
You're very welcome. Thank you for joining in.
Um,